another glam report.
I know it's just a preseason game, but I have a bone to pick with the undisciplined, anti-winning mindset of the Boston Celtics that cost them the championship last year.
Subscribe to Glam is Awesome on YouTube. Push the notification bell to make sure you see it.
Have you ever looked at the plus minus of a game and wondered why Tatum's is always higher than Brown's, even though Brown consistently shoots way more efficiently than Tatum? In this preseason game, the Celtics were once again repeating the anti-winning bad habits of last year's regular season. In this 3-part video, I'm going to show you part 1, the stark difference in respect the Celtics teammates have for Tatum and how clean that makes the offense flow with Brown off the floor.
Part 2, the blatant disrespect they have for Brown
and how chaotic it makes the offense with Tatum off the floor, which explains why Tatum had a +7 and Jaylen Brown had a -9 this game.
And finally, part 3,
Tatum gets ejected from the game and they start running plays for Brown like he's Tatum. And let me tell you, you wouldn't believe the positive results the Tatum treatment of Brown did for the offense.
Part 1,
watch these 9 straight consecutive possessions of Celtics playing through Jason Tatum while Jaylen Brown is on the bench.
Celtics were down 36-37 with 11 minutes and 38 seconds left in the second quarter.
Malcolm Brogdon's bringing the ball up, and what he does is he goes and he passes the ball to Jason Tatum. He passes the ball back, and guess what they do? They set it up to give him the ball back, and then he makes a play to Grant Williams for a corner 3. Now, Tatum brings the ball up. Tatum bringing the ball up makes it easier for him to go into a pull-up 3 without having to pass the ball to anybody else, aka easy and quick offense. Now, Jason Tatum brings the ball up once again, does a little hezzy tween, and then passes the ball to Malcolm Brogdon, leaving a lane open for Malcolm Brogdon to go all the way and get an easy layup. Just easy and quick offense. So guess what they do? Tatum brings the ball up once again. Jason Tatum does a little hezzy tween, ooh ah, give me some free throws. And he gets himself to the line. Another 2 points for the Boston Celtics. This time he lets Malcolm Brogdon bring the ball up. And he doesn't do anything too hard. He just does a little switch, get Van Vliet on him real quick. Tatum gets the ball. You too little, so I'm going to just shoot over you. Bob 3 in your face. Malcolm Brogdon brings the ball up one more time. What does he do? Falls straight on his butt. Blake Griffin goes to join him. Hauser gets the ball and passes it back to Tatum. Griffin passes to Hauser. Hauser passes to Brogdon. Brogdon passes to Grant Williams. And he misses, but it was good ball movement. So Brogdon is bringing the ball back up. He does a little screen situation with Griffin. And he doesn't even look to go to the basket. He just looks to pass it to Tatum. Tatum hits a 3, and the score is going up. Brogdon brings the ball up once again, passes it to Jason Tatum, and Tatum goes into the lane for a layup, but he misses, but it was a good play. And they increased their lead by 10 whole points at this time. It was only one time in all the possessions with Jason Tatum where he did not touch the ball. One time. Every other possession, Jason Tatum was highly involved in it. Malcolm Brogdon drove to the lane to hit Grant with a corner 3, and the lead ballooned up to 12. A whole 13-point swing with Jaylen Brown on the bench.
Part 2, let's watch the stark difference in treatment they give Jaylen Brown and how unproductive it makes the offense.
At the 6:30 mark of the second quarter, Jaylen comes into the game, and the offense doesn't go through Jaylen at all with Tatum off the floor. And no surprise to me, the offense goes down the drain. Let's watch. Malcolm Brogdon brings the ball up. He passes it to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown passes it to Al. But does Al set up Jaylen Brown like how they were setting up Tatum? No. He passes it to a cutting Malcolm Brogdon, and he gets blocked. Marcus Smart brings the ball up, and he passes it to Al. Al tries to pass it to Jaylen Brown, but can't. So you would think he would go back to Jaylen Brown to try to set him up again, but of course he doesn't. So Jaylen passes it to Al, but then Al passes it to Smart, and then Smart shoots the 3 and misses. Airball styles. This is starting to get chaotic. Brogdon brings the ball up, passes it to Al. Al passes it back to Brogdon. Perfect time for Brogdon to pass it to Jaylen finally like he would Tatum, but no, he goes for it and gets a foul. Not a bad play, but if it was Tatum, he would have waited for Tatum and passed him the ball. Once again, Brogdon has the ball, and Jaylen Brown's just trying to get into the play, so he tries to set a screen for Marcus Smart and gets caught and has an offensive foul, but he's just trying to get involved because nobody's passing him the ball. Now Marcus Smart is bringing the ball up, who finally passes it to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is trying to shake free of Scotty Barnes, so he passes it to Al. Al will not wait to pass it to Jaylen Brown, but goes around him and passes it to White, who passes it to Marcus Smart on an open 3, and he misses. They lose 7 points off of the lead in 2 minutes and 15 seconds with Jason Tatum off the floor. Brown took 0 shots in the non-Tatum minutes in the second quarter. Why? Like, why? Everybody claims that they want Jaylen Brown off ball. Well, Jaylen Brown off ball doesn't get the ball. Even with Tatum off the court, Jaylen Brown doesn't get the ball. They do not defer to Brown like they defer to Tatum, and it's anti-winning at this point. It's anti-winning. Brown has been the best shooter on the Celtics for the whole entire preseason, so this logically makes no sense. Just like how he was the most efficient scorer the last 2 seasons, just like how he's the most efficient scorer in the playoffs, just like how he's the most efficient scorer in the finals. He's shooting 71% true shooting while having a 57.9 free throw percentage. If he were to shoot his regular 75 to 76% from the free throw line. That's how good he's shooting right now. He literally has the best true shooting in the entire preseason, but when Tatum's off the floor, you won't let him shoot. You won't set him up to shoot the ball, and then you just lose the damn lead, and then in essence, losing the game. How is that pro winning? Tatum, on the other hand, was set up for every single possession except for one in his non-Brown minutes in the second quarter. Do you see a difference? Do you see a discrepancy? Do you see the disrespect? Part 3. Let's see how it worked with Jason Tatum ejected. Hoyer passes it to Griffin. Griffin passes it to Jaylen. Jaylen splits the defense and then gets all the way to a rim to get fouled. What an excellent move. Next possession, he literally bullies everybody around him, gets the ball, runs down, literally splits 3 defenders in for the layup because he could literally shoot it from anywhere on the court, like anywhere. Jaylen randomly got back in the game, and you could tell this is the part where they were actually running sets for him. A pass from Marcus Smart and a quick first step led to one of the easiest shots of all time. Derek White passes to a driving Jaylen Brown and hits Al Horford in the corner for 3. That's what I'm talking about. Playmaking. Right here, Derek White and Jaylen Brown do some kind of version of a pick and roll that works out beautifully and an easy layup. Oh my God, it's just beautiful to see. Non-Tatum minutes playing through Brown resulted in a 6-point positive swing in less than a minute. And it was a preseason game, that's why he didn't stay in. If they played through Brown like they played through Brown when Tatum got ejected, they would have won the game. This is my point. Like, if you want to win, play through Brown with Tatum off the court, period. Brown's treatment in the staggered minutes between Brown and Tatum affects Brown so negatively in all advanced statistics, consistently having the lowest plus minus with Brown's teammates not playing through Brown with Tatum on the bench, which lowers Brown's player ranking and props up Tatum's. If Brown doesn't finally stick up for himself after how they had him dangling in trade talks all summer long, this will be my final year watching the Boston Celtics because they will never win. They don't want to win. And Jaylen will be the biggest coward of all time to me for as long as I live. Because at that point, he doesn't even respect his own talent. So why the hell should I? This year, everybody should be looking at how the Celtics play with Tatum off the court. If they play through Brown, they will win. If they don't and just stay chaotic with everybody trying to shoot with no focal point, they will lose. Period, point blank. Everybody watch out for that this year. And I hope I don't have to make a video like this again this season. So let's watch out for that. And I'll see you in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.